Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video. In this video I'm going to be talking about what you can do, what we all can do in order to help shift the collective experience of our world into what we want to have happen, right? In order to move into a place where we have the freedom, we have the compassion, we have the love, we have the courage, and are able to live the lives that we want and heal all of this stuff that's going on in the world, right? Because remember, as infinitely creative spiritual beings enjoying this human experience, we have access to an incredible amount, that's an understatement, the most potent amount of spiritual energy ever, and that is the source of all creation. That is God energy. That's universal intelligence, divine intelligence. Call it what you will. We have access to that. We're connected to that, right? And in this video, I'm going to talk about specifically practices and exercises that you can start doing right now that are not only going to make you feel better and give you back the power that we've been so lacking as human beings for so long, feeling hopeless and feeling powerless. We're going to talk about specific things you can do, and we're going to talk about the one thing that needs to happen in order to do those things, in order to make a difference, right? We're all aware of what's going on. There is a major shift happening in the world right now. In my mind, this is an all hands on deck kind of moment. This is all spiritual warriors, all light workers, all human beings that care about the future of this planet, of their experience as a whole and their experience individually for the loved ones and their children to get on deck and get in the game. And what I mean by getting in the game is using your thought power, your attention, your power of focus in constructive ways that bring about what you want to see in the world, right? We are consumed. The media is great at consuming our attention, whether it's media news, whether it's programming on our television, whether it's movies, songs, you name it, right? Even a lot of mainstream books, right? There's no end of the media machine wanting our attention. See, attention is money. Attention is power, right? And when you have, and also, let's not forget, attention is control, right? When you control a person's attention, you can influence them any way you want, right? If they're open to that, right? And a lot of people live in a state where they're constantly open and they're open for that influence. And remember, these are master manipulators, master influencers, right? Media, big business, corporations, ad agencies. Let's not talk about whether they're good people doing bad things or bad people doing bad things. That's irrelevant at this point in time. Again, this is an all hands on deck type of experience. I'm not saying everyone who does that is an evil, bad person, but I'm just saying that fragmenting your attention and giving your attention to people who don't have your best interest at heart is no longer going to get a job done. It's no longer going to cut it. You don't want it. I don't want it. We don't want it as a collective group, right? So here's the thing. Before we talk about the exercises, I want to talk about the one thing that has to happen before you do these exercises, okay? And I've alluded to it a little bit earlier in this video, but here's the one thing, and it's on the cover of my book, Boundless Joy, 101 Ways to Remember our True Nature, right? Which is all about the fact that we are joy looking for ways to express itself, as Abraham Hicks talks about. So here's the thing that needs to happen before you do these exercises. You need to remember and know and think of yourself as a spiritual being enjoying that human experience. Because like I said on the cover of that book, when you see yourself as a spiritual being, worry and doubt and anxiety and fear all go away. They go away because spiritual beings don't have those aspects, right? Those are emotional qualities, right? Spiritual beings, they know they're connected to the source of all creation. They know they're the extension of all creation. There's no difference between spiritual beings and the source of all creation. They are one. The difference arises for human beings when we think, oh, well, I'm just a little human being. I'm just one person on a planet of, what, 8 billion people? Or I'm just one person and my government's so strong and powerful. Nonsense. Nonsense. It's absurd to think that when you know that you're a spiritual being. Here's another thing Abraham Hicks says. One person who is connected to source and aligned with their true self is more powerful than millions who are not, right? One person. So if you remember the two parts, you've got to remember your spiritual being. You've got to remember that you're connected to source energy. You're an extension of source energy. You are part of the one universal consciousness that is always flowering and experiencing itself. That's critical before you do these exercises. Now here's what I'm doing, and these are the exercises that I want to offer you in this video. on a little 3x5 card or a bigger piece of paper, whatever you want, but I would put it so somewhere you can carry it around with you. And I wouldn't put it in your phone. I would actually write it out, because you know the power of writing. The point of your pen or pencil is a powerful point upon which ideas come back into the world. So, right, you're bringing them from your brain into your arm, the pen, and then you write them on the paper. So I definitely recommend writing. Choose a couple of topics or areas of the collective experience that you want to see in the world. Don't talk about things you don't want to create, because you're going to be reinforcing those energetically, right? Write about the exact opposite. Like, here's some of the things. I don't like what I'm seeing in my government. I don't like the fact that every time I turn on the media, they're pressuring people to take the vaccine. I don't like that. I think it's bullshit. I'm over it, quite frankly. I don't like the fact that they're censoring information, right? I don't like the fact that information is being suppressed. I don't like the fact that certain people are not being heard, right? I don't like the fact that we are definitely being corralled into something, and it doesn't jive with me. So because I don't like that, what do you think I'm going to write about? I'm going to write about what I want. Freedom. Leaders that are compassionate and loving, right? And I'm going to find those leaders, because they're out there. It may take a little searching, but they're out there. Leaders that care about the future of our country. Leaders that want the best for future generations. Leaders that love the freedom and prosperity and opportunity that the United States stands for. I'm writing about those things, and I'm focusing on those things, and I'm not listening to any of those other media outlets, anyone talking, because again, they're trying to take your attention. When you withdraw your attention from those things, you remove every ounce of power that they have over you. So that's one area that I'm working on. Maybe if you're unhappy with the government, you can do that too. Write about the government that you want. Write about the system you want, the opportunities you want in our country, the abundance and prosperity you want in our country, the economic growth, all those things. You don't have to write a novel here. Just write enough down. I like bullet points myself, the key points of the things that I want. And when you look at that card, you're going to say, I like it when my government does these things. I love the fact that this is happening. And it's even better if you can find real world examples of government, either state, local, federal, whatever. If you can find real world examples of times when things went right, put that on your list, because that's going to go right into your subconscious mind. That your conscious gatekeeper is going to say, yeah, that actually happened. And it's going to take that idea into your subconscious mind, not down your throat, but into your subconscious mind. And it's going to get in there and it's going to reinforce. You don't think that's going to make you feel better? It's going to make you feel super awesome. So if you can find real world examples, and they are out there, right? All hope is not lost right now. There are real world examples. When I started this practice the other day, the very next day, I was made aware of a scientist who had done some searching and analyzed a certain thing, and they found some not so great stuff in that thing, right? And so I put that on my list. And that's going to stay on my list, because those are the kind of things that are going to wake people up to what the hell is going on, right? So make your list like that. Choose a couple of things from the global collective, because we're all in this together, but please don't neglect to put some pen to paper for things personally that you want to see in your life, right? Opportunities you want to make more money, make a greater impact, help more people, those kind of things. Don't neglect those things, right? Because your individual life matters as well. And in fact, it goes without saying, when your life is working really well, collectively our lives are going to be working really well too. So don't neglect yourself, right? Put some things you want, whether that's financial abundance, relationship abundance, health, wellness, spiritual wellness, all those things. Put those things on there too. And just carrying around, like a 3 is probably fine. If you want to go 5 or 7, whatever, but your focus will become more stronger the less things that you have. But definitely include some things that you want to have in your life. So first part, remember you're a spiritual being. You have incredible amount of power behind you, right? You are here in the physical realm, and all the spiritual aspect of you and all other spiritual beings in the universe are working on your behalf. They're working on our behalf to shift this collective experience that's right now, right? That's happening on our planet. It's getting rough. It's getting rocky. I realize that. Hold on to your seats, because this is the time when we need to do this. You're a spiritual being having a human experience, and then focus on what you want to create. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to those clowns. They have nothing but they want nothing more than to manipulate you and to take your energy and to use it for their own nefarious good, things, right? They're not good things. They're horrible things. So I hope this video finds you well. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I also want to offer you, if you want help with this, if you want to talk about this in greater detail, I offer consulting, right? We can talk about specific ways that you can harness the power that runs through you, the God force energy, and use it to create the experiences you want to have in life. And we can talk about the power of being, which is one of my favorite topics. I wrote a whole book about it. Just Be It, the secret to having what you want in life. Just Be It is all about aligning who you are with what you want and tuning into who you are, what makes you different and special and unique, and then leveraging that so that you can do your work in the world. You came in with specific things to do. One of them, whether you know it or not, is to be right here now fighting this battle, this spiritual warfare that we're on right now. One of them is that thing, but you also came in to shape the world in different ways. If you want to talk about any of those things, how to get over fear, how to get over resistance, what you should create if you want to create an online business, a content marketing business, and express yourself, right, in the process, and also create a lifestyle that you truly love and you're eager to wake up every day, super excited, let's talk. Check out gmarkphillips.com/consulting. There's a bunch of information there. I'd love to sit down with you and help you design a blueprint for a business and lifestyle that is in perfect alignment with who you are, that is a natural expression of who you are. The thing of it is, yours is going to look different than everyone else's. It's certainly going to look different than mine. It's going to look different from other people that you see online because you're unique, right? You have a unique spiritual fingerprint, a unique personality fingerprint, and that can be expressed in a content marketing business. And here's the other thing. Not only will it enrich your life, because to share and speak your truth and to express yourself is very cathartic and it's very fun and it's very exciting. Not only is your life going to be better, but guess what? People who watch you are going to be inspired. They're going to be motivated. You're going to inform them. You're going to help them get what they want. It becomes a win-win. It is the ultimate win-win. That's why we have these platforms and the tools that we have right now in our world, because prior generations asked for them. Whether they knew it or not, they were asking for this, right? The ability to beam yourself all around the world, that's magic. And if you don't think it's magic, just sit back and think about it for a moment. The ability to touch someone in another part of the world, that's magic. The ability to change hearts and minds, to influence people, that's magic. So if that's something you're into and you want to learn from someone, I've been doing this since 2013. If you want to learn from someone that's already walked down that path and had a lot of arrows sticking in his back and invested a lot of time, money, and energy, made a ton of mistakes, learning mistakes, but mistakes nonetheless, let me know. I want to help you get there faster, have more fun along the way. So thanks very much for watching. Until next time, I wish you all the best health, wealth, and success. Bye-bye.